Students of class 3, here we have today a scene passage for comprehension. Now for scene passage, as you know, you will be given from your textbook one paragraph or two paragraphs of a passage which is taught to you earlier, and then from there only questions are asked in the question paper in the exam. So here we have the scene passage. This is from your own textbook, and the name of the passage is a pound of butter. A pound of butter. Now pound is a unit of weight used mainly in Britain, America and other countries where English is spoken. And 1 pound is equal to 0.454 kilograms, that means 454 grams. So it is not even half kg, 454 gram, that makes 1 pound. And this is the measuring unit for measuring weights, generally used in Britain, America and other countries where English is spoken and English people live. So a pound of butter. Now, Farmer Winston had a large farm near the little town of Plainsville. The people of Plainsville depended on Farmer Winston for milk, butter and cheese. Even Mr. Carson, the baker, bought his supplies from Farmer Winston. Every morning, Farmer Winston drove up to the bakery and delivered the day's supply. Milk came in large metal containers. There were large round blocks of creamy cheese, and the golden yellow butter came in 1 pound packets shaped like bricks. Mr. Carson was a good baker. His cakes were the lightest in the town and his bread was delicious. He enjoyed his work, but this morning Mr. Carson was frowning. Frowning means was angry. For the last few days, his cakes had not turned out as well as they usually did. There was something wrong, but he couldn't understand it. He had used the same amount of everything: butter, sugar, eggs, and flour. But the cakes were not the same. Okay, you will be getting up to this much of this passage. Then some question and answers which are given to you. You learn them for the exam. Now, here are the questions and their answers. For scene passage, a pound of butter. Read the given passage and answer the following questions. So passage already you came across just now. The first question: where did Farmer Winston and Mr. Carson live? So the answer can be they lived in a small town of Plainsville. Question number 2: whom did Mr. Carson buy his supplies from? So answer: Mr. Carson bought his supplies from Farmer Winston. Question number 3: what did Farmer Winston deal in? Answer: Farmer Winston dealt in milk, butter and cheese. Question number 4: who delivered the day's supply to Mr. Carson and when? Answer: Farmer Winston delivered the day's supply to Mr. Carson in the morning. Question number 5: how can you say that Mr. Carson was a good baker? Answer: we can say that Mr. Carson was a good baker because his cakes were the lightest in town and his bread was delicious. Question number 6: why was Mr. Carson frowning? Why was he frowning means angry. Answer: Mr. Carson was frowning because for the last few days his cakes had not turned out as well as they usually did. Now, number 7. What ingredients did Mr. Carson use to prepare cakes? Answer: he used butter, sugar, eggs and flour. So these are the sample questions for your scene passage. So go through them and write them properly in your notebooks. Thank you.